Hey guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to a new video. Literally, if my phone falls right now, it is because it is currently sitting on 2 books, a packet of shapes, a packet of Doritos biscuits, a notebook, and then I have a half block of chocolate stocking it up at the back to hold it at this level. So if it falls, you kind of understand why. So as you can tell by the title, today I will be starting my reread of Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is just the dust jacket. The book is right here. Hey guys, so I just wanted to come in here and say that, well, I wanted to address the topic of it might look like I am copying books with Chloe, who is a YouTuber that I love, don't get me wrong, but I've been wanting to do a video like this for ages, and then she did her one for Six of Crows, and I was like, I need to actually do this. Like, I wanted to do this for ages. I need to actually get my shit together and do it. And I planned on doing Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan first, but I ended up DNFing that book, mainly because it was boring. Like, there wasn't any juicy anything that was the reason I DNF'd it, so I ended up stopping that reading vlog. Then I wanted to do King of Scars, but when I started King of Scars, I realized how little I remember of the world and everything like that. So that's when I decided to backtrack a little bit and start with a reread of Six of Crows, then do Crooked Kingdoms, and then move on to King of Scars. Because as I explained in this video, I literally remember nothing from Six of Crows. I remember very, very little from Grisha as well. I remember I hated the romance, but I don't remember much else. So that's why I wanted a starting point before I went into King of Scars, because I've heard mixed things about it, but I want to go in with as much as I can, because you are meant to read Grisha and Six of Crows before King of Scars. So I wanted to give myself a chance. That's why I've started with Six of Crows, and I realized that's the book that Chloe did in her reading vlog as well. So I will be doing more in the future. I'll probably try and do one a month, but it just happened that this one was the one that started it. I will be doing Crooked Kingdoms and I will be doing King of Scars, but I just wanted to come on here and say I was not trying to copy her. She did influence that I was going to start doing it right now, but I did not plan to copy her with doing Six of Crows first. That fucking happened, okay? So yeah, that is it. Moving on with the video. So yeah, I have read this before. I'll just give you a little bit of background. I have read this before. I've read this on audiobook like last year, I think, or might have been the year before. I can't really remember. I know it was in a readathon, I think. Or it might have been Crooked Kingdoms that was in a readathon. One of them was in a readathon. And I read both of them on audiobook. I have them both here. Also, you can get these hardcover box set with the sprayed edges for $35 from Amazon US on the Australian side. I don't know how much it is. That's like in Australian dollars. I don't know how much it is elsewhere, but on the Australian Amazon, you can get it from the Amazon US store. $35. Anyways, so yeah, I read these on audiobook and I do not remember anything. Anything at all. Like, literally nothing. I know there's a heist, but that's mainly because everyone just calls it a heist book. And I know there is Kaz, Inej, Nina, Matthias. But I remember nothing, like the magic system. I can't remember anything. So, when I got these in the mail today, because I'd ordered them, I decided I should start here. So I'm going to be, hopefully over the next month or so, rereading Six of Crows on a reading vlog, rereading Crooked Kingdoms on a reading vlog, and reading King of Scars. Did I say that before, or did I say Crooked Kingdoms? I don't know what is happening. It's late. So yeah, right now I'm gonna start reading this. So I'm gonna put this warning out here now. This reading vlog will be filled with spoilers because I'll be talking about my spoilery thoughts as I read, and yeah, let's just jump into it. I don't know if I want to wreck this nice black sprayed edges with putting sticky tabs, but hey, we're gonna do it. Current tripod for the last bit of filming you just saw. We have Aurora Rising, The Wicked Saints, which I'm also in the middle of a reading vlog for, a box of shapes, a box of Dorito biscuits, a notebook, and then a crunchy chocolate to hold my phone in place. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so I'm on the second chapter, I think it is. I'm on page 24. And is Kaz 17? Is that how old he is? Because I always pictured him as like a lot older than that. But this bit just here, where is it? The Black Tips Lieutenant might have wrinkles creasing the corners of his eyes and I can never say that word. Anyways. Oh, just got a low battery alert. Jowls beneath his sideburns, but he looked confident, experienced. Next to him, Kaz looked, 17. Is that implying that he is 17? Because I always pictured him a lot older than that. I don't know why, but I did. I suppose he's always young in the fan arts that I've seen. I don't know, for some reason I've always just pictured him like a lot older than the rest of them, because I know Inej is 17, but I didn't realise Kaz was. So that's interesting. But anyway, so yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I honestly, I don't remember anything. I feel like I'm reading this for the first time. Honestly, I feel like I'm reading this for the first time. I don't remember any of this happening at all. So, names are sounding familiar to me, but the events that are playing out so far, no recollection. Hey guys, so I read a bit last night and then I went to bed, and I've been busy all today and I've just read some more. So I'm up to page... I can't open the book. I'm up to page 68 now. I think I've read about 10 pages just now. And we're just starting to get into it. We found out what exactly the heist is going to be. What they have to do. And I remembered this part. They had to break into the ice court and rescue or steal this person. So we're just getting into that bit. It's super interesting. Besides that, the bit directly related to the heist, I'm still not remembering anything. I still feel like I haven't fucking read this before. I don't understand. But anyways, yeah, I'm enjoying it. So far, we've only had Kaz and Inej's point of view. Oh, and the one at the start that's someone completely random, and I don't think we ever hear from them again. What was their name? I can't even remember. Where's the actual start of the story? Joost. Joost. I don't think we ever hear from him again. But, yeah, so I'm enjoying it so far. I like Inej, but she's kind of standoffish. And Kaz, I think I'm liking more this time than I did the first time around, because I remember not particularly liking him that much. But I'm enjoying him a little bit more this time around, I think. So, yeah, that's my thoughts so far. I'm going to keep reading for a little bit more tonight. Hopefully, I want to read 100 pages, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll update you guys if I have any particular thoughts. Okay, so I'm about to go to sleep because I'm starting to fall asleep, and I'm up to 118 pages now, and we've just rescued Matthias from Hellgate. So that was really interesting. I did remember that bit as I was reading it. I still don't like him that much. He is irritating, especially from his point of view, because I know he just contradicts himself constantly. Whatever he's thinking is contradicting himself, and I'm like, bitch, just get the fuck over it. And he's annoying. So there's that. And we just met Waylon, who is Venek's son. So that's helpful. I do remember him now that the name is mentioned. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah, don't have an opinion on him yet because it was literally 2 lines. So far, my favourite point of view is Inej. Kaz, as I said, he's not my favourite character, but I do like him, I think, more than I did when I read it the first time, I think. But yeah, I like Inej. She just makes sense, and her point of view is easy to read, I guess. We've only had one point of view from Nina so far, and the next chapter is Jesper, who we haven't had point of view from yet. So yeah, I'm going to put this one down for tonight and get some sleep. Hopefully I'll be able to get a ton done tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I do some reading next. Hey guys, so I'm absolutely covered in cat hair, which you can probably tell, and also I think that's dog hair. Yeah, so I'm on page 141 of Six of Crows, and we're just getting to the action. The boat has just blown up that they were meant to get on to go to the ice court, so I vaguely remember this happening now that I'm reading it. I can't remember what exactly happens, but we're starting to get into the action, so it's starting to get a little bit fast-paced. I'm determined to get this book read today. Hey guys, so it's been a few days since I updated. I'm now on page 317 of Six of Crows. I'm up to the next section. I'm up to part 5. So we're in the midst of everything right now. We're in the midst of everything right now, and I'm up to the part where Inej is climbing up the incinerator to get to the roof to break them out, and Kaz has just gone in to do something to Pega Rollins, who's in one of the cells. So I'm enjoying it a lot more than I remember enjoying it. I love Jesper and I love Inej. Nina is neither here nor there to me. She's just kind of whereas I really like Inej. There's a lot more background, like I feel there's a lot more background to her, and I really enjoy reading from her point of view. Just the way that those sections are written, I really enjoy. And I love Jesper's humour and like his sarcasm and everything. And I love his relationship thing with so you do get points of view from all of these characters, but Kaz is like the main one. He's the head of the group, you know, that type of thing. And I do enjoy him. He's not my favorite. He's very cunning and calculating. I don't know, sometimes he annoys me. I think it's just the how do I put it? Because he's built this vision around himself of what he wants other people to see him as, and that really annoys me. That fakeness kind of annoys me, but I get why he does it, but it does annoy me. That's just my thing. There is disabled rep with Kaz, something to do with his foot. I can't remember, his foot or his ankle. I can't remember what it was, but either way he limps. So there is disabled rep when it comes to Kaz. And then we've got Inej, who is the other half of that relationship. The one thing that does annoy me about this book is the 6 main characters branch off kind of into 3 main relationships, which is a pet hate of mine. Like, I get they all kind of make sense in this one, but it is a pet hate. Oh, I'm gonna put that down, it's heavy. It is a pet hate of mine having, you know, the group of 6 all splitting up into their own little relationships. Like, they can't get in relationships with anyone outside of the group. So yeah, anyway, so Inej is like the other half of Kaz. I can't remember what happens in the next book. Obviously I've read it, but I can't remember what happens. But I do respect that Inej is like, well, it's me, all this bullshit. So I did appreciate that in the end with her. She wasn't just gonna give up everything for Kaz because he's finally decided to pay attention to her. Yeah, Inej, Jesper, and Wyland are probably my 3 favorites, and Inej probably being my favorite. She's just a badass, and she's really well developed. I feel like she's got her and Kaz have got a little more backstory than the rest of them. Obviously, Matthias's backstory is talked about as that's a big deal in the book, but Inej's backstory was really brought to light, and I like that you could see how that changed her and how she is, like, why she is the way she is now because of what happened. So I really like that she felt a little bit more developed than some of the other characters. And Nina, I enjoyed Nina. She was kind of like neither here nor there for me. She's not a favorite character, but I don't dislike her. She's just kind of there. She does have plus size rep, though I think it's only actually mentioned maybe once that she is, well, it hints at that she is plus size, but we have rep for that. So I enjoyed that. Next half of that relationship, obviously Nina and Matthias. Matthias, I don't know, he's probably my least favorite character. Only, like, it goes like in order. It goes Inej, Jasper, Wyland, Nina, Matthias, Kaz, and then Matthias. Matthias was pretty well developed, and I enjoyed how he developed throughout the book and realized that what he was, you know, brainwashed as a kid to like know and think isn't necessarily the right thing. So I liked his development in that aspect. He was definitely an outsider when he first joined, but then he kind of realized that his way of thinking wasn't the only one and it wasn't necessarily the best one. So he definitely became one of the group towards the end, which I enjoyed, but just as a character, he was my least favorite. He was very indecisive the entire time. Obviously, he's like battling with what's right and what's wrong and what he knows and what he's kind of scared to know. So there was that. But yeah, he was definitely my least favorite out of the 6 main characters. And then the last little relationship thing, well, it's more like a flirtationship. So first off, Jasper is bisexual rep and also black rep, which I'm pretty sure it's black rep. I read that somewhere. I can't remember it being mentioned in the book, but I did remember reading someone else's review that said that. So I think that's right. But I really like Jasper. He's very sarcastic and funny. He kind of brings like the humor to the group. He's just a smartass, and that is really amusing to me. And I really liked him. He's also like a sharpshooter, so he serves his purpose within the group, and it makes sense that he's there. He's not just there for the humor role. And I did, out of the 3 relationships, his and Wyland's was my favorite. And going on to Wyland, he's like the innocent little baby of the group. He's a little bit younger than the rest of them, but he's definitely like on the innocent side because most of them are fairly well in the criminal aspect, besides Matthias, but there's a whole situation with that. But Wyland is very innocent. It's quite amusing seeing his lack of knowledge when it comes to the criminal side of things. It's quite amusing, and that's where a lot of Jasper's sarcasm comes in, and their flirting is just, I enjoyed it. So now moving on to the plot of 6 of Crows. It is quite enjoyable. It's very fast paced. It's very action packed. There's a lot of plot points. There's a lot of plot twists. There's a lot of shit that happens. There's a lot of unexpected shit that happens, and it's quite enjoyable. It definitely keeps you gripped to the book the entire time. So yeah, I did really enjoy 6 of Crows. I enjoyed the writing. It was very gripping and fast paced. I enjoyed the plot. It was full of plot twists and it always kept you guessing. It was very unpredictable. I enjoyed the characters. There's a lot of rep in this book. There's disabled, plus size, bisexual, possibly gay or bisexual. I don't know, when we don't really know what Wyland is. Black rep. So there's a little bit of everything. I liked the development of most of the characters. Inej definitely the most. Her and Kaz have like the most backstory, and I enjoyed learning about the backstory and how they became the people they are. So yeah, obviously I've got a lot of sticky tabs in here, so I'll just read out some of my favorite quotes. So some of these will be the popular ones that everyone knows about. Like, no, I'm not even going to mention No Mourners, No Funerals. Like, everyone knows what that is for this book. And I actually have a bookmark of this one. I don't remember. I think I got it in a subscription box. I don't know who it's from. But it says, when everyone knows you're a monster, you needn't waste time doing every monstrous thing. And that is by Kaz, obviously. And this is some of the more snide comments from Kaz, which I did enjoy. So it says, I don't need a nursemaid, Jasper snapped. More like a chaperone, but if you want him to wash your nappies and tuck you in at night, that's your business. Kaz isn't always on the funny side. A lot of times when he is on the funnier side, it's more he was being sarcastic and you just think it's funny. So this next bit is actually a quote from Nina's mother, which is like recalled in a memory. And it says, many boys will bring you flowers, but someday you'll meet a boy who will learn your favorite flower, your favorite song, your favorite sweet. And even if he is too poor to give you any of them, it won't matter because he will have taken the time to know you as no one else does. Only that boy earns your heart, which I really like. I like that quote. I haven't heard that one before. Obviously, I haven't read this before, but I've seen it around a couple times. Okay, so this is some more of Kaz and Jesper arguing, kind of. And it says, fine, but if Pekka Rollins kills us all, I'm going to get Wyland's ghost to teach my ghost how to play the flute just so that I can annoy the hell out of your ghost. That was Jesper. Brecker's lips quirked. I'll just hire Matthias's ghost to kick your ghost's ass. That's Kaz. And then, my ghost won't associate with your ghost, Matthias said primly, and then wondered if the sea air was rotting his brain. And I really like this one. I'm actually going to use this in the future. This is said by Inej, and it's after, I think, yeah, Nina was singing. And Nina did warn her that she couldn't sing, but then, you know. And Inej says, you're right, you couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, which I find amusing. That's something I would say. And this is a quote that just describes the group of people that we have, like the 6 main characters, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if this is the one that's on the front of the book. No, so it's a bit different than the one that's written on the inside dust jacket. So the inside dust jacket says, a convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. But in the book, this quote is, a gambler, a convict, a wayward son, a lost Grisha, a Suli girl who had become a killer, a boy from the barrel who had become something worse. So I like that one more than the one that's in the front cover of the book, just to like describe the main characters as a kind of basic. So yeah, that's some of my favorite quotes from Six of Crows out of here. Obviously I tabbed a lot more than that, but they're some of the purple and pink ones out of there. So pink being things I liked and purple being funny things. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say about Six of Crows. I enjoyed it. Let's hope I remember it better this time than I did last time. And eventually I will be doing a reading vlog for Crooked Kingdoms and then moving on to King of Scars as well, which I haven't read yet. So keep an eye out for those ones. If you enjoyed this reading vlog, let me know in the comments and let me know what other books I should read or reread. I possibly have a reading vlog coming for Wicked Saints. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to finish that book yet. And if I don't, then it's not really any point. But it gives you an idea of where that reading vlog is going if I do finish it. So yeah, let me know if you want to see the reading vlogs for Crooked Kingdoms and King of Scars. And I will see you guys in the next video.